Mm-hmm. Good evening, everyone. Happy almost Friday. Happy weekends. Happy. It's not the weekend yet, but pretty darn close. Pretty darn close. We're almost there. It was our full first week back to work since our vacation ended. And yeah, I'm back and forth on do I want to do a recap stream? This I could have cleaned up a little bit, huh? Do I want to do a recap stream? Did I not? Who cares? Does anybody really? I don't know. And I figured, yeah, what the heck? Why not? We'll come say hello to some friends. We'll come chat a little bit. Give you a full recap on... He's just busy licking away, and he licks pretty loud, so you might hear him lick. He's washing himself. Contemplate, because you know what? I do those morning brews, which is a recap of the day. I'm like, do we really want to? And that's what I put in a pinned comment up above. Do we really, want to? I don't know. Then I figured, what the heck? I didn't show any merch. Does anybody care? I don't know. I do. So we'll show some. We didn't buy a lot. We'll show some merch. We'll do a full recap for those who don't even know I do a morning brew. Didn't even know I was in Florida. Who knows? There might be some of those. This has an update. Why does it say 4 waiting? So I'm using my phone today for the simple reason. I know the camera in here. I didn't want to use StreamYard. I wanted to use YouTube. And if I used it in here, I guess I could have went directly through YouTube, but you guys know what that camera I use in here. It's a little dark. That's why with the phone, you usually don't see that whole corner of Ethan's bedroom. It's a small room. Bedrooms are small in his house. But you usually don't see everything out that way. But we're catching everything. Woo, we're going full blown. But at least the picture's nice, as I can tell on the computer, because I do have the computer on, so I can read chat. I have the computer on so I can read chat. I just refreshed because it was telling me there was still 4 people waiting. So I just refreshed, but now I get to watching that. So that's what we're here for. We're going to chat a little bit. I was scheduled to do this tomorrow. And then I noticed, I forgot, well, I did. I honestly forgot, not that that Jeff wasn't streaming tonight because they're on a cruise. So I figured, you know what? I'll go on Thursday instead of Friday because it just works out better for me, actually, because I think Suzanne and I have some things to do tomorrow. So now it leaves Friday open, leaves Saturday open. And I'm not going to bed that early, so I figured, what the hell? Let's go Thursday night. And we'll chat. We'll recap. I'll let you know exactly what I thought about certain things, especially Universal. Feel free to ask me questions. I will answer them to the best of my ability, which is not really good, but I'll do my best. But let me say hello to some people first. Let's do this proper. Scott M is Ninja listening on the way home. Scott, good evening, sir. Hello to you and the family. Jason, what's going on? Cynthia, hello. Jeanette, hello, Jeanette. Simba 2, Matt, man, I missed the hell out of you, Matt. I have a meeting starting. Yeah, no problem. No problem, sir. G. Wilson, what's going on? I care. Well, thank you, sir. I appreciate that. I'm clicking on this, but I'm about to time people out. I'm thinking I'm on StreamYard right now. No, not showing when anybody's writing. So you're going to have to read it yourselves, folks. So just a few people out of ninja mode saying hello. Tim Rempel, what's going on? Tim's at the airport heading down. Yeah, a lot of people heading down. A lot of people are already down there. I don't pick and choose my streams about who's around, who's going to watch. It's what works for me. So if I cared about how many people are watching or what it was, then I'd put a bigger effort. But that's I know people are down in Disney having fun. I think I saw Pete went live. Pete's already down there. Again, this is what just worked out best for me, knowing that Jeff wasn't going live. Right, Jeanette would make fun of it, but Jeanette's always in a plane too. So, yeah, right. Thomas Goaches T, what's going on? Neither is Corey. Rob Fuzz, what's up, buddy? What's up? What a trip. Yeah, what a trip. It was. Tim's heading to Epic tomorrow. Okay, no more scrolling. Chat's down. Okay. Tim's heading to Epic tomorrow. And that's it. Whoever's out of Ninja, I've said hello to. So the rest of you ninjas, hello. What's going on? So, it's been 5 days. 5 days since we got back. Came home Saturday. Wish we came home Sunday. Wish we never left. Let's be honest. Whoever wants to leave vacation. Wish we never left. The dream's always there about moving down just to be closer to Disney. But, as much as we would go to Disney, I would miss the resorts. I'd try to do a lot of staycations. But, whoever wants to leave. But flight down was great. A little delayed. Not much, about 25 minutes. But the flight down was great. We had a headwind, so took us a little longer. 3 hours and 10 minutes, which was unusual to get down there. Rob Law, what's going on? And so we have decided to move there. Well, that decision's been made. I mean, the decision to move has been made. We will move if we could. We will move if we can. So, decision's been made a long time ago, Rob Law. Long time. Thanks, Rob. Yeah, everybody had a great time. Grumpy old Git, what's going on? Yeah, all ready for... we're getting there. We're getting there. Just finished wrapping up a couple of gifts right now. Did a little more Christmas shopping online, but, we'll talk about that. This is about trip. Forget about Christmas because that's a whole different ball game right now. Tim says it. Decided to move years ago. The job is that's the problem. It is. Well, let's not jump way out of topic, but Suzanne can take her job. I can't because I'm a hands-on worker, I guess, if that makes any sense. But I can find a job down there. So the work's not really. It's just, listen. It's to close this out real quick. We haven't moved yet because one, it's finances. Two, it's just having way too much close family up here. The younger kids, the older kids, the grandkids. Still having my in-laws, because I always said once my mother went, it would just make my life easier to move. My mother has since passed, so it's made it a little easier, but you have the kids and everything. So, but crap, I mean, you got to have this to be able to just pick up and go. A lot of this to pick up and go. So that's the, of course, the main thing. But work-wise now, I'll go clean Disney, man. I'll go sweep. I don't care. Job, living, grandparents, kids. Yeah, exactly, Jeanette. It takes a lot. There's my sister. We're not close. No, see you later. No, I never brought up my sister. You're right. She would never hold me back. Go. She's been planning to move now for 35 years or something like that. So I don't even listen to her. We've been cracking that joke with my sister. Missy Suzanne's been around 23 years. So at least 23 years, my sister Suzanne and I have been on top of her. But listen, recap. Let's not turn this into a shooting a breeze stream because we'll be here forever just BSing. But flight down was great. If you missed it, we went live from the airport at 5:30, 5:15, something like that. I was shocked how many people were awake. But flight down was great. We got there nice and early. It was Thanksgiving Day, so we got there nice and early. Got to see, and it was the main thing for that day especially, was get to see Douggee, Walter Graham's, and his wife Laura before they left. We spent a good 2 hours at least, 2.5 hours together. If you guys have been around since the beginning, you know what Douggee means to me. And it felt great to give that man a hug. Yeah, it got a little emotional for both of us. It meant a lot. It meant a lot to both of us. And in Suzanne's words, man, Douggee's tall. If you, if you remember Douggee from streams, like anybody, you see me from here up. Unless you're it's Chris's stream from Disney, then you might see a little bit lower. And you've seen me on streams. You've never seen Douggee like on a live walking stream out and about. So what you see of Douggee's usually, and he's usually like hunched over like this. So you see from here up. You can't judge a height of somebody from here up. And I don't think I was aware, but Douggee is probably as tall, if not taller than Jeff. Ron's got what, about an inch on Jeff? Maybe inch and a half. We leave Kenneth out of this. Kenneth is just a whole nother, planet. But Douggee's as tall as Jeff, if not taller. So that tells you something. But Suzanne saw this big guy coming at me, and he had a clean shave. I'm used to seeing Douggee on streams, and I looked at him like, there's my Douggee. And Suzanne's like, who the hell's this guy? Because she's looking for not Matt size, but she was looking for like Carlos size. Love you, Matt. She was looking for 5'9", 5'10", 5'8". She wasn't looking for 5 foot Matt. She was looking for a little bit more. But she got 6'3", 6'2", 6'4", Douggee. Matt is fun size. Matt is fun size, but Matt's just fun. Matt is just fun. There's plenty of new builds in my... I know, Matt. I know. I heard that from Jordan, too. I know. Cambo, John, what's going on? Hello to you and Denise. Handy for filming the parade. Magic. Yeah, Douggee, yeah. It would be. Nice and tall. Russian name there, whatever that is. Hello. Thank you for being polite. Hello. I can tell the alphabet, but thank you for translating into English. We appreciate that. Simba 2, I'm 6'3", 63. But, yeah, I mean, we got to see Douggee. Had breakfast with Douggee. That was fun. And just sat back and talked. And like I said, I know we had very little bit of time. That was that. Douggee got ready to leave. Dave Chiaido, hello. Got ready to leave back to Scotland. Even though I think that was an Irish accent I just did, but he went back to Scotland, and that was that. But 2 hours wasn't enough. It wasn't like the time I had with Dan. We had a few days. I wish we had more, but it just felt great to see Douggee. It really did. It felt great to see Douggee. Jalen, does that say Butcher? Jalen, hello, Jalen, welcome in. Appreciate all these new faces popping in. Yeah, so we saw Douggee. Douggee went off. We kind of got lucky when we left Douggee because we headed over to our All Stars. That's where we stood the first 3 nights. We stood at All Stars Sports. We headed over that way on the drive. Actually, it wasn't even on the drive over. I was parking, getting out of the truck. Susanna is listening. We got out of the truck, and my phone beep, 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 and it's a text. Your room is ready. Go straight to your room. I'm like, oh, crap. We don't have to go in and beg for same size lying down. Yes, we're all, it depends how we lay. I like to cut, I spoon a little bit, turn sideways. So, tell him, right? Tell me you're busy, Matt. You got to stick around here. Headed over to All Stars. Room was ready. Listen, I know I call ourselves resort snobs, and I do. I have no shame in admitting it. Ever since we started staying deluxe and always stayed moderates, we have always called ourselves, and I do say we, because even Suzanne says it, we are resort snobs. But there is nothing wrong with an all-star. There was nothing wrong. I've come to realize this more this trip. Because the last time we stood in All-Star was one night. Was it one night? Maybe it was 2 nights. I think it was one night. And I didn't get to enjoy it because my tooth was killing me. This was going back 3 years now. But spending more time at the All-Star, this All-Star Sports was wonderful. It really was. The rooms were remodeled. The theming at sports, we had stayed at movies. Movies is cute. But I'm a sports guy, and seeing the baseball section, the baseball stadium, pool area, that was awesome. The basketball, the hoops section where we stood, that was cool. I'm not a big basketball fan, especially after planting my face, hard onto the grass. The tennis area, it was all cute. It really was. Food court, it's your normal food court, value, moderate type food court. Gloria Thibodeau, hello, Gloria. Hello to you and Jason. Do you ever stay in villas, as it seems to be a thing with the Brits? Villas meaning what do we call it? What is it? Verbo? No. We never stay off property. I'm lying. We've stayed a couple of times, but not a thing. The only villas we stay at, well, actually, we don't. We stay at the DVC Studios. We don't even stay at a 1-bedroom. Jason Thibodeau, the man right there coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you. No, good to see you, Jason. Hello to you and Gloria. I see Gloria's in the chat. But I appreciated more this stay because we got to spend more nights. And I know a lot of people, it's just a place to sleep. But walking around just going for a walk, I appreciated. I always love pop, but you always hear the nightmares of All-Stars using the same bus. Transportation is awful. Rooms weren't remodeled. Well, all the rooms are remodeled now. So let's get that out of the way. All the rooms are remodeled now. All the All-Stars. Dave, I stayed at All-Star versus high-price Universal Hotel. Give me an All-Star all day. Dave, well, that was the change we made. We were going to stay at Universal, and I said, no, I got to at least stay on Disney property. If I'm going to pay to park, I'm going to pay to park at the park, not at my hotel. That's BS. I don't think that's right. So that was the deal breaker for me. So that's why we went to All Stars. But it was nice. To the point that we got our bounce back offer. If you stay on Disney property, they give you a bounce back offer. They get you to sign up. Book another trip. And I told Suzanne, because we're thinking, we have a date set for her and I for our anniversary, and then looking later on, of course, if we can afford it, a family trip, one or the other. So, but I looked for anniversary, and I know Suzanne says if we're gonna go for anniversary, she wants to stay at something nicer, and I get what she means because there's a reason why she means that. I'll say that. We don't plan on doing parks. If we go for anniversary, there's no parks. We're just going to resort hop, just be there, property like we like, and that's that. So that's why she means that. But I can get the All-Star for our anniversary for $129 a night. Granted, I can get Port Orleans too for $198. So, a little bit more. And we love Port Orleans Riverside. They don't share buses. I think their buses are better than the moderate in deluxe. Well, I think they're better than that, and I'm going to tell you why, Jeanette. I can agree with you on that. It depends what resort you stay at. Like Port Orleans Riverside has 5 or 6 stops. Oak Key West has 5 or 6 stops. It does depend on your deluxe or moderate resort. Caribbean Beach is another one. Depends where you're staying on property on that resort. Excuse my term, you might be shit out of luck and be on that bus for a while before you actually get to where your room is. Where All Stars, it's right there, drops you off, done, walk to your room. Verna Marie, good morning. No, not good morning. Good evening, Verna. Jonathan Chung, what's going on, JC? And if you're staying at movies and the music bus comes, jump right at it. They're all, as some of you saw, I walked it. Disney Freak, what's up, Tyler? I'll be staying at Port Orleans Riverside. Love it in April for a week. Enjoy it. We love it there. But so we stood at All Stars first 3 nights. It was wonderful. I I learned to appreciate the All-Stars. You'll never hear me knock the All-Star. You will always hear me say, hey, I mean, this is anybody. If you can afford it, stay nicer. Not nicer. That's not the word, because every Disney resort, and this isn't a knock at Jeanette. Jeanette uses a tent. But if I can go stay at a cabin at Wilderness Lodge, or even my own camper, Wilderness Lodge, well, not Wilderness Lodge, Fort Wilderness property is beautiful. So there is no nicer, because I'm the first one to tell you, we still at Grand Floridian, and I got to re-rank my we've stayed at 14 resorts now. I got to redo my ranking. Grand Floridian's down around 10 for me. So it all depends on what you consider nice, what you like about your resort. So to me, there's no more nicer. It's everything's nice. It's preference and taste. But I learned to appreciate. You won't. I don't think you'll never hear me knock an All-Star again. You won't. I don't think I ever did, but you won't hear me knock an All-Star. But that took a long time. All-Stars was nice. All-Stars was nice. Checking in was nice. Room was ready. Bam. I will say this: with a value resort, I like the first floor, because I like opening my door and seeing some of the, the foliage, the plants. We were on the third floor. I didn't like that too much, but I mean, it is what it is. AAA Sparks. Veronica, hello. How are you? I would stay at a cabin in a heartbeat. Yes, Jeanette. We're dying to. We'd like to rent some DVC points either from friends or from Sparkly Pink Diamonds. My pillow pal. Hello, dear. How are you? All the Sparks. Yes, all the Sparks are in town. I have all the Sparks here, but. Yeah, All Stars was great. So, very next day, Universal. We went to Universal. If you don't know, I'm sure you do know. You also know that from the get-go, I had no care to go. I had no urge to go. Whatever words you want to use, I didn't want to go. I made that very clear to the point that some of you joked around that you guys were going to go to Universal with us just to watch. Suzanne hasn't put it out. Suzanne's got Faces of Carlos. She's got to put that out still. Faces of Carlos. Over at Universal. So we went in order. To the last, I'm telling you, to like the day before we left, we're like, where are we going first? We knew Epic was going to be last for the simple reason, and knock on wood, it worked out. For the simple reason, I figured it was Sunday, Thanksgiving weekend, Sunday. People were leaving. It might be a little slower. Let's do Epic on Sunday. So that's what we did. The other two was a flip a coin. So I told you, I said, we're going to go in order of opening. We're going to go to Hollywood Studios. Not Hollywood Studios. We're going to go to Universal Studios. And then Islands of Adventure. And then we'll end with Epic. Heather Springer, good evening, Heather. It was so wonderful. Yes, we're going to get into everybody we met and spend some time with. My sister's a big Universal freak. She hasn't been to either, and I know she takes this to offense because we pick on her, we knock on her, because she should have went with us. She should have freaking went with us this trip. But she hasn't been to either in 23 years, so everything is new to her, just like Universal was new to us. But she you almost felt like she was a Brit. She'd do 2 weeks, 1 week in Universal, 1 week in Disney. It's like how the Brits do it. So my sister was like British when she used to go down to Florida. But yeah, we Universal Studios. I'll start off by saying this. I'm glad we went. I turned around. I'm glad we went. Now, that being said, Universal Studios was fun. I'm glad Suzanne. No, that's the other part. No, it is that part. I'm glad Suzanne said, listen, we're going to stay for the Christmas parade. I want to watch the Christmas parade. And I ain't talking about stream-wise because, well, it was my biggest stream of the trip. But that's not what I mean. It was a nice parade to see. It was a really nice parade to see. I'm glad we stood for it. I really am. I didn't, you're used to Disney parades. Universal did a really great job. Ride wise, I did rides I hadn't done the last time I went 23 years ago. It wasn't 23 years ago, 19 years ago for us. So yeah, 19 years for my sister too. So, 19 years, I didn't get to do Jurassic Park 19 years ago, did it this time. Great water ride. It really is. Michaela, myself, Ron, and Ethan. God, wait a minute. I'm at the wrong park, ain't I? No. I'm confused right now because I know Ron rode it with me, but Ron went on Saturday. And Saturday was Islands of Adventure. Am I wrong where that was Islands? So I'm wrong where, okay. I am wrong. I'm wrong on where, yes, I'm wrong on, skip what I just said. So Friday, Universal, I got to do Mummy. That's what it was. Got to do Mummy. Shoot, wasn't impressed at all. I wanted to be odd, and I wasn't, but it was all right. I did it. I'm trying to think of other rides we did, and I need to go. Yeah, Suzanne, come sit. Move Kylo out of the way. As you can see, all he does is sleep. Yeah, Universal did. I'll be honest with you, I can't remember. I should have wrote some stuff down, but no, did Mummy. Like I said, didn't get to do Mummy 19 years ago, so we did Mummy. Watched the parade. The parade was great. Hung out after the parade too for a little bit. Ethan. The main reason we went was for Ethan. You all know that. So, Ethan asking to go. We let Ethan on his own. Okay? A lot of, even my in-laws were like, you're letting him? Yes. I didn't do Shrek. I didn't even go into Shrek Land. That's how screwed up we were. But that's at the other park too. I'm getting my parks confused. I should bring up a map. You know what? I can do this. I'm on this computer. This is going to take me just a second, but I need to, it's embarrassing. I need to bring up, what? I need to bring up other stuff we did. Universal. Hold on one second. If I wasn't on my phone, I'd just bring up my phone, but I am. Yeah, okay, let's go here. Then I can't reach chat to my Shrek was studios, but we didn't do Shrek. I didn't do Shrek. Apparently, you need to listen to your own recap before you stream today. I guess so, Jeanette. It's embarrassing, isn't it? Yeah, I don't want to compare hotels. I want to see parks. Don't mind me. Okay, parks. Can we go to parks? Parks. Merchandise, deals, specials, express pass fee. Why can't I find the parks? Find me the parks. All right, whatever. But we did whatever. We did what I wanted to do. Back in the day, they had a 3D Shrek. No, yeah, I didn't do it. Yeah, we did E.T. It was nice to do it again. Susanna didn't go on. She forgot what the ride was about. We've only been to Universal once, and I have no idea what ride is in what park. Jeanette, it was just 10 days ago. I can't remember any of it right now. Right here, Universal. Okay, explore the park. All right, let me see if I didn't do Shrek. Went into Harry Potter Land. Okay, Simpsons. I didn't do Simpsons. Ethan did. I didn't do a lot. That's why I was trying to bring up stuff. We did go into Harry Potter Land, and I said this the following morning. It was really cool walking in there. It really was. It wowed me in person, seeing all the detail. I know nothing about the detail. Never watched a movie, never read a book. But just from seeing it on streams, the architecture that went into that, the detail that went into everything. Michaela, she hated it. Yes, Ethan did. I think Ethan did it twice. Walking into Harry Potter Land, all three parks was insane. It really was. My favorite was the one at Islands of Adventure. And again, nothing to do with the movies, nothing to do with the books, just the detail. I enjoyed the snowy cap homes and buildings. I uh, loved the castle in the distance. Did I ride any of the Harry Potter rides? Yes, we rode one. I believe it's the one at Hollywood Studios. That's the only ride that I rode at in any of Harry Potter. Did not get to do Hagrid's. I know we're trying to stick to Friday, but it was nice to see. I'm glad we went. Yes, you rode the one at Studios. Yes, we rode the one at Studios. It was nice to see. I'm glad we went. The parade was great. Hanging out towards the end of the night. Christmas music around a tree. I did call the tree ugly. It is ugly compared to compared to trees at Disney. But knowing what the tree does now with the dancing lights, I get it why they don't put so many ornaments. I get it why. Forbidden Journey, if that's the one at Studios, then that's the one we did. I didn't care for it. Too much stopping, looking at the screen, stopping. Maybe if I knew the movie, Escape from Gringotts, whatever one's at Studios, Jeanette, I take your word for it more than my own. I'm trying to read stuff here too. It was nice. I'm glad we went. Food to me at Universal sucked. But maybe I didn't pick the right things. I put a video out and pictures out what we ate. I don't even remember what did I eat at Studios. I don't remember. Oh, you know what? I didn't eat anything. Well, I did. I ate late by myself. Suzanne ate at Mel's Diner. I ended up going to is it not NBC Today Show, not the Today restaurant. That's where I ended up eating. You have no clue, but you're doing pretty well, Jeanette. That's what I ended up eating. I ended up eating with the pastrami sandwich, which is called what's the Big Deli? It's named after the Big Deli in New York. Oh my God! But whatever. Scar Jason, what's up, buddy? Pastel de nata. I wish. I wish. Reminds me, I gotta go get dessert for Christmas. I gotta go order dessert for Christmas. Pastel de nata. What's up, Jason? No, I didn't like the food. Plymouth Rock, what's going on? Didn't care for the food at Cat's Deli, yes, but that's not what it was called. I already forgot what it's called, but I got the pastrami at the Today Show, and I forgot why I ate late. I didn't really eat much that day. I wasn't really New York Deli. No, it's not called. It's Cat's, but yeah, I didn't eat much that day. But again, Studios was nice. It is what it is. Saturday, we popped over to Islands of Adventure, and this is when Ron and Meredith came and joined us. Madison and Matt were there. We saw him. We waved as we passed a couple of times. But Ron had texted us that he was going to come meet up with us and hang out with us that day. The Carnegie. Yes, Suzanne, thank you. I got the Carnegie. Here I am clicking on it. It ain't going to show anything. I ended up with the Carnegie. It was, nothing, food sucked. I'm just going to say it that way. Food sucked. But again, there was restaurants I should have went to and I didn't. Even Ron picked on me. He's like, you shouldn't have eaten there. You should have went here. I should have ate in Harry Potter Land at all three parks. I've come to realize that. Looking at the menus looking at food. But Saturday, Islands of Adventure. Of course, if you've never been, I'm going to tell you this. The parks are two different human beings. They're two different everything. You have what it is. It's studios, some motion rides. Nothing spectacular. And then you know what? Somebody said VelociCoaster. Let's jump back, right? Because VelociCoaster is no. Where the hell was VelociCoaster? No, Islands of Adventure. So Islands of Adventure, whole different ballgame. Okay, more roller coasters, more craziness. Michaela ran right to Hulk when we were let in. VelociCoaster stole your yes. Wait. Heather, let me tell a joke first. Well, it's not a joke, but Heather threw the punchline out before. Heather's nailing it, but yeah, it's a whole different ball game. That's where Ethan and I we ran a Spider-Man because he didn't want to ride Hulk with Michaela. Michaela did Hulk twice, I think, or tried to do it twice. I know she loved it. She loved it. It's sad. Yeah, we're on islands. It's Saturday. I'm looking at islands. I'm looking at the park. She did Hulk. Ethan, I told Suzanne, I'm like, I'm not gonna just sit here while Michaela goes on Daniel Garcia. Hello. It's just about 21 days left until the new year. Yeah, it sure is. So while she was on Hulk, Ethan and I just started our walk, and we headed to the left. So to the left means we went down to Spider-Man, did that. Hadn't done that in 19 years. Great ride. Ethan loved it. Got off of there. We kept going. Went on to Kong. I didn't get to ride Kong back then. I don't even know if it was around back then. Kong was cool. Kong was, I don't know how to put it if you've never been in it. A lot of screens, big screens. You're on a truck like the Safari. Nothing I would run back to, but very cool to do. Okay, so there was that. Like I said before, we rode Jurassic Park, the water ride. That was fun. Now I can say it. Michaela, Ron, Ethan, and I. We rode it once, completely drenched. We're watching these cars, right? Ron and I were looking, we're like, oh, you're not getting really wet. And even Ron's like, yeah, we sit in the second or third row, we're good. Just don't sit in the front. No problem, we sat in the second row. I don't know if it was the weight on the boat, maybe not enough weight, I don't know. But we got drenched. And when I'm telling you, it's been a long time since I've been this wet on a ride. Kong is a very unique ride, and it was really cool. The animatronic King, yes, really, really cool. Kong, yes, the animatronic Kong. But a good ride. Yeah, Jeanette, I'm telling you, I didn't ride it like 19, 20 years ago. We got drenched, so we just got drenched. But Ethan, can I go on again? Yeah. Suzanne's like, no, you're drenched. Dad, see, this is how this whole trip went. Can I go again? And Suzanne's like, oh, no, or maybe not. Dad is like, just freaking go. Just go. Go get your Chrysler box. What's up, man? Go get wet. Just go. So he went again. We waited for him to come on. There was nobody in line. It was a 5-minute wait, so it's a walk on. And we watched him come down. And he got a little bit more wet, but he had the front row this time. But we got drenched. And then we did a few other things. Not much more after that. We actually left Islands. I thought we were going to leave Islands later than Universal Studios. We left Studios later, but I guess you could blame the parade and just sitting around listening to the Christmas music after. But Islands, we left around 5:30. I bribed Ethan. I bribed Ethan with McDonald's. I have no shame. I bribed Ethan with McDonald's. We left early. Went and do some pool. Did we go in the pool? I know we left early. Whatever we went into, we went into. But I know I bribed him. That was the night. Dinner was Arby's. Suzanne, who doesn't like roast beef, had a craving for Arby's. I thought she was pregnant or something. I don't know. But even Michaela. But here I was fooled by Michaela. Michaela was dying to go to Arby's for cheese sticks and curly fries. So it's not like we didn't go in the pool. No, we didn't. You're right. We didn't go in any all-star pool, huh? But we did something. Oh, I know what we did that night. I know exactly what we did that night. I'm going to tell you what we did that night. Was it that night? I think it was that night. I streamed from the resort that night. I went walking. No, that wasn't that night. Oh, whatever. Backtrack. That was actually the first night I went walking and got lost. No, Arby's was Friday night for your birthday. You're right, it was. What the hell did we do Saturday then? Because we left early. we left early because I know Ethan went on a ride, and we sat outside the park because I told Michaela, I says, Michaela, we're going to go wait for you in City Walk just to make sure we get Ethan out of the park. Wow, what did we do? Oh, man, I don't know. Ellie, hello, Ellie, another Scottish friend. Yeah, but you're right. Arby's was for my birthday. Arby's was Friday night. Did you actually go? Go be okay. I don't, man. That's just how my mind is. I'm trying to stay on par here. I really am. But we left. But before we left, and way before, because this was very early. So VelociCoaster. Let me say this: VelociCoaster. It is what it is. A lot of people rank it as the best roller coaster, and I know Cedar Point's got some crazy stuff. Six Flags has some crazy stuff, but the people I know is underrated. Fish sandwich. I just love the beef and cheddar. Beef and cheddar, man. I can eat like 3 of those. In Florida. Craig says in Florida. Okay, good way to put it. So the people I've that talk to me, because I'm not a big fan of rides. Now let me rephrase that. Roller coasters. I'm not a big fan of roller coasters that flip, corkscrew, turn, sideways, make me poop myself, make me want to throw up, give me a migraine. Whatever those kind of roller coasters, I'm not a big fan. I like the wooden ones, you know? You're not going to flip. You're just going to go down a big hill, up another hill, a little bit this way. But you're not, going to lose half your soul. Or in this case, I lost my soul, like Heather had said. We had a brilliant idea of going to the outlets. That's what we did. Yeah, let's skip that part. Let's just skip that part. Let's skip that part. Oh my God, don't ever go to the Vineland outlets on Black Friday weekend. Oh my God, that was awful to get in and get out for no reason because the Disney store had crap. But VelociCoaster. I will say this. It's the greatest roller coaster I've ever ridden. It lives to its name. It lives up to par. Never on the weekend. Cynthia says, oh my God, it was nightmare. And I'm telling you, nightmare. Gwazi at Busch Gardens. I'm not a big... no, I'm good with VelociCoaster. It's one of those rides. I will never do it more than once in a day. If I had more days at Islands of Adventure, I'd go on it again. But it lived up to par. Now, to touch on what Heather said, because this is how I state it. I'm not going to ask a question because I don't want the chat to light up for no reason. But I'll ask. How many have actually ridden VelociCoaster? Okay? This goes to you. Because you will know this. You will exactly know what I'm talking about if you have ridden VelociCoaster. Okay? So, again, I'm not a big fan of but I can deal with it. I toughened up. I said, I'm going on here because somebody had asked about Hagrid's. Hagrid's, as soon as the park opened, was 180 minutes, and it never got lower than that. I knew I wasn't going on Hagrid's. Not even single rider, because we went... I know we're in we went we're in the same park. We went, I asked about single rider, and the lady literally said it's probably the same length. It was just insanely long. Ethan's screaming at his game now. It's cool. Craig, that's the one I wanted to ride, because I know I can handle it. I knew I wasn't going to be afraid of that ride. That's the one I wanted to ride, but didn't get to. So looking at the wait time, and that was early in the morning, I'm like, I'm going on. Suzanne's like, you're going on that? I said, I'm going on it. We went. It was a 20-minute wait. 20 minutes. I'm sorry. I've never seen rides like something like VelociCoaster, 20 minutes at like 10:30 in the morning. I'm like, no, wait, I'm doing this. Let's go. So Ethan, Michaela, and myself went on it. I'm on my phone. I can't show you the photo. Son of a nutcracker. It's on Facebook. I could put... Go on my social medias. The picture is there. And if not, I'll repost this picture after the stream somewhere. So, went on it, waited in line, got on the ride. Ethan and Mikhail were in front of me. Ethan is very timid, but he'll go along. And he was smiling, talking back to me, okay. He was actually diagonal. Mikhail was right in front. this young girl, and I know she was younger than Michaela. She's with friends. She's talking, so she was a single. She was the single. So they put her with me, and I got on, and I'll strike a conversation with anybody. I looked at her and I says, "Have you ever been on?" She's like, "Yeah, once before. Liked it." I said, "Oh, it's my first time." She's like, "Oh, you're gonna like it." All right, I'm gonna like it. Okay. Straps on. She's BSing with her friends, all good and fine and dandy. So the ride goes. My eyes are open this whole time. I'm one of those to close my eyes. I don't mind feeling it. I don't like seeing it, knowing. That's why Aerosmith is perfect for me. It's in the dark because there's loops, there's corkscrews. I don't know what's coming. When it comes, whatever, what the hell, it's already happening. So I usually close my eyes. I don't want to know when it's coming. But for some reason, VelociCoaster, I said, screw it. Eyes are staying open. We're watching everything. We're 48 years old now, man. Grow up. Grow up here. We're getting on here. Eyes are open. And again, if you have ridden VelociCoaster, you're going to know exactly what I mean. Let me step out for a second. Earlier that morning, because Theme Park Baza, they're in the UK. They're actually flying home today. So, the time difference. So he's, it's 3:30 for me, 4 o'clock. I'm getting text already from Barry, which is fine when I'm at work. On vacation, I like to get up around 5, but whatever. And he knew where we were going. So he's like, "Oh, this and that, you're going to love it." And I told him, I says, "Yeah, we're going to do VelociCoaster." And he's like, "You're going to love it. The ending's the best." Well, for me, any ending's best. Anything that ends is great. So for me, the ending is perfect. Yeah, anything that ends is great. So, but he said the endings are the best. So again, if you have ridden this, you know what the ending is. Towards the end of the ride. Again, man, I wish I could show you the picture right now, and I know Jonathan's posting stuff, but it was all good. I'm having fun. Here comes a big loop. Yes, that big drop. And it shoots you twice. That's how it starts. So the first one's like, yeah, all right. Then that second shot's coming, which is the really high lift, and then it inverts as it drops. So now you're really coming down. My eyes are wide open. I'm like, that's okay. We're safe. And we are safe. Man, rides are safe, people. You're safe. You're good. I'm thinking it's the end of the ride. I've made it. And then that last freaking 2 corkscrews hit you over the water. Craig has ridden this, so he knows what I'm talking about. Craig knows exactly what I'm talking about. It's serious ride when it needs multiple launches. Yes. So Craig. No, the launch didn't get me, Craig. The launch didn't get me. Craig, it was the last 2 corkscrews over the water. It's scared. I don't give a crap what time it is and what it scared the shit out of me. Craig, I swear to God, I was smiling. I saw the fall. We're going. Here's that turn. Here we come. I know it's got to be over. You're timing it in your head. This ride can't be any longer. And then that last 2, it came out of nowhere. I almost cried. We got to the end of the ride. This was me. That's it. Just like that. I'm watching Ethan. Ethan has his hood on. As Michaela stated, and it's true, he didn't start with his hood on. The launch fired his hood on. He's smiling. I can hear Michaela somewhat, because it made Michaela sick. I can hear Michaela. The girl's talking to her friends. She looks at me. This is all I remember, her looking at me. "Are you okay?" I literally did this. I couldn't talk. Like Heather said, you know why? Because my soul hadn't caught up to me yet. I left it back there at the first corkscrew over the water. Because I was fine. I was smiling. I'm going, this is great. I'll do this again. What the hell was that? What was that? And then all of a sudden, my soul caught up and I'm like, "Oh, Ethan, are you okay? Ethan's good? Yeah, Dad, that was great." We lost Michaela, made Michaela throw up, so she ran to the bathroom. She took off. Never found Michaela until we were way out there somewhere. It was, my soul stood back at the corkscrew. Corkscrew started. Thank God it was just my soul because I could have lost other stuff. Many holes things could have came out of. I don't know. Hate to be disgusting right now, but this is me joking around. But Nico de Greco, hello. It didn't catch up to me until we were like done. The lady's like, the girl's like, are you okay? Yeah. Couldn't answer her. And then all of a sudden, damn, it's like, oh yeah. All right. I was okay. Oh, it was, I know I'm missing chat. Where's that mouse? Here it is. No, there it is. Oh my God. Yeah, it's a serious coaster with 2 launches. It's a great ride. Don't get me wrong. Everything I'm saying, yeah, but it's needed those launches to send you into the corkscrews. Makes a lot of sense now. If I only knew about the corkscrews at the end. Not Dave Craig, Dave Shadow. Even if you're prepared, it's striking. Dave, if you've ridden it, man, you know what I'm talking about then. Again, anybody that has ridden this ride, you look fine in the picture. Because the picture's at the beginning. I look perfect in the picture. I'm smiling. This is freaking awesome. I'm glad I'm doing this. I can go on stream from home or the next day in a morning brew or any other day and be like, I conquered VelociCoaster. Until the last 2 seconds when I'm like, I don't even know if I'm alive. I don't know if this is like the movie Ghost and I'm sitting here and I'm watching, Ethan walk away with his lovely sister and just, I don't know. I thought I was dead. I thought my giggle berries were missing. Actually, wasn't excited. Oh, Craig. Man, like I said, I could have lost more than my soul. Oh. If it takes your soul, it's a great ride. Listen, it was a great ride. I'd ride it again. I'd ride it again happily. I'd ride it again. At least I know it's coming. But like you said, even knowing it's coming, I'm glad I would ride it all. Yeah, I would have ride it all day long. I'm always afraid, and I tell people this. It's not about throwing up. Roller coasters don't make me nauseous. I'm afraid of getting a migraine with all the flipping and corkscrewing. Or a massive headache that'll ruin a day. If it makes me nauseous, you find a barrel throw up, that goes away. Go get a ginger ale, you're good. That's my opinion. Right, Cynthia? Yeah, I know. We're only on Islands of Adventure. We might be here. I'm not going to bed early. Appreciate anybody that's watching in the first place. Let me say that. Again, it's just me just telling my stories about the trip. Michaela looked over at Ethan and was like, "You okay?" And then she took, yeah, she did. Oh, because his hood was on. Tennessee Beer 10, what's going on, man? Didn't see you there. I'm sorry. I really felt, no, man, you know me, I'm blunt. I'm telling you how I really feel. Yeah. I thank God I didn't lose anything else. Thank God, yeah. But great ride. Great ride. If you get to ride it, go ride it. I'll be honest with you. If you get to ride it, go ride it. Go ride it. Yeah, and that was Saturday. We're only on Saturday, folks. Disney will be quick. That was Saturday. I know I'm spending more time in Universal because it was our first trip in 19 years, so it was just I think a little bit more to tell. Yeah, we left early. That's right. Suzanne said it. We had the crazy idea. Let's go to the outlets. Dumb idea. I mean, dumb, stupid, dumb. Just never do it. Never. Not on that weekend. Universal should have been quicker, right? It was only 3 days. So next day, Epic. Went to Epic on Sunday, and like I said, I'm glad we went. First 2 parks was nice to see why we went. So, Epic. Let me start off with Epic. Driving into Epic area is very dirty, and I don't mean like there's trash everywhere. I don't mean like the way you would think. It's not. And I know they're still building a lot, but you see the 2 new hotels, that Nova, Supernova, whatever the hell it's called, Nova this, Nova that, Aldo Nova, let's go sing fantasy. If you know that reference, good for you. They're just there. Like, it was just weird. It was very weird to be where Epic was. Very, I call it dirty. Like, they need to work on the land. Mark F, what's going on? I know they still are, but it was very awkward. Went, parked, and I'll tell the parking story in a second. Don't hit me up, Suzanne. Parked, went, walked in Epic. Wonderful. Walking into Epic. Got in line for Mario Land. That was where, the main reason we were there is because of Mario Land. Not dirty, very plain. Yeah, I call it dirty. I don't know. It's just... went to Mario Land. Let me stop with this. Mario Land, it is what it is. It's what you expect, what we've seen on streams. A lot of Mario music. Did Mario Kart. Very cute. Nothing I would run back to, but would love to do it again, if that makes sense. I wouldn't wait more than 30 minutes for. Suzanne did Yoshi. She found it very slow and very cute. Nothing she would wait more than 30 minutes for. Now, I didn't get to do Donkey Kong. Line was 75 minutes. And I'm like, well, I'm not doing this. So, spent some time, took pictures with Mario Luigi. That was cute. Listen, it's my generation. It's what I grew up with. I say it all the time. I remember getting my Nintendo. I was 9 or 10 years old. It's Mario. I still love playing Mario. It's Mario. It's Mario Land. It's cute. But that's all I got to say with it. Ethan had a lot of fun in there. The girls had fun and looking around, and it's cute. It's really, really cute. Okay. I'm going to skip the next land. Because I'll tell you why after. Then we went to, if you don't know how Epic was built, it's like a cul-de-sac, big hub in the middle, and then it's lands spread out, just like Disney, I guess, but done differently. Like they each have their big gate. You walk through, and that's where the land is. Good job, Universal. I'll give you that. Got goosebumps walking into Mario Land. Yeah, Suzanne did. I didn't. It was cute. But again, just like Galaxy's Edge, people go crazy still walking into Galaxy's Edge. I just walk through it now like you're just walking down a path. So, and I'm a big Star Wars fan. So, but it was cute. I'm glad we saw it. Harry Potter Land at Epic was my least favorite. I'm going to tell you why. The detail was amazing. I get it. So I was told you're in Paris, you're in France. As Tim mentioned to me, it was built to scale. If I'd love to go see Paris then because it was wonderful. Great detail. We went into the that room. We didn't go on the ride. The what is it? Ministry of Magic. Magic of Ministry. Ministry of Magic. That room where all the windows are. Listen, I know I've said it 5 times already. I'll say the 6th. Never watched a movie. Never read a book. Couldn't tell you an actor in Harry Potter. Okay? I could spend all day in that room. Detail, the sound, the visual. Okay, half a day. I could spend half a day in that room. And there's a little seating there, people waiting for it to... I could hang out in there. That was something else to see that. It was insane, that room. It really was. Again, didn't get to ride the ride. I don't even know what ride's in there. It's a motion ride or something. It's a ride, but I didn't get to ride. But just being in that room was amazing. The land, like I said, detail for all you Harry Potter freaks. If you can go see it, because I can imagine how you guys would react if you're getting it from a guy that can care less about the movies or the books. I had, like Suzanne said, goosebumps. I had goosebumps walking into these lands. I did, because it was something else. Universal did an insane job with all the detail. Yeah, really cool. Left there, went to How to Train a Dragon. Actually, Ethan and I went by ourselves. I've never watched the movie. I was lost in there. I drank butterbeer. Butterbeer. Heather, butterbeer, yes. again, How to Train a Dragon, I haven't watched the movies, so we were a little lost. Not lost, but yeah, lost. Like, I didn't know what anything meant, detail-wise. So I felt lost. We rode one ride. There's 2 rides in there, 3 rides. There's 2 rides in the show. We rode one, the water ride. Ethan and I got completely drenched. It was okay because it was like 82 degrees out. It was perfect. That was that. We left there at that land pretty quick. We left that land pretty quick. We're like, let's go off. The hub has a little ride. It's a carousel, but it's not what you're thinking of a carousel. I got to put a short out of that. I have a video of the carousel, Ethan on it, or Michaela, actually both. It's really cool. I'd go ride that again a few times. It's the dumbest thing. And I don't mean that in a bad way. Just the dumbest thing to get excited for. Let's put it that way. I'd love to go ride it again. I think it was freaking awesome the way it was set up. I burned the snot out of my mouth. I'm like, am I reading that? Did I write that correctly? Yep, she said snot. She's burning the snot out of herself. Yeah, the carousel was amazing. What else is in the center is Suzanne said it, the not the Mine Racer, what's it called? The other roller coaster, Stardust Racer, the other roller coaster. That's all over the news. It's on the news again today, all over social media, because now the case is shut. The poor man died because his head banged around so much. But, and I hate being blunt about this, and I know he had disabilities. He should have known his disability. He didn't have the strength to hold his head enough. Now, I rode this ride 10 days ago, 8 days ago, 7 days ago, whatever it was. Was it the scariest thing I ever been on? For me, yes. Hated it. Was it a hard, fast roller coaster? Yes. You bet you're behind it was. But again, I have the ability to hold myself stiff and go with the ride, where a gentleman like himself did not. So that's what caused his death. Not the ride being crazy, because it's not. That being said, I regretted it once I sat down. I did. Something just told me, you're not going to like this. You're watching it. But I wanted to ride. I'm like, you know what? I want to ride it. So me and Michaela went on. Now, you get to pick which coaster you want to go on, green or orange. Nobody told me. I feel like Stephen A. Smith right now. Not Stephen A. Smith. What's the idiot that watches the New York Knicks all the time? Not Malcolm X. The other guy. But whatever, him. It's a cut. Never mind. Yeah, nobody told me that one was faster than the other. Nobody told me that one was crazier than the other. No, nobody told me anything. Nobody told me until after. Thanks, Ron. So, Michaela just said, what color you want? Oh, I want green. Let's go on green. Even though orange had less people, I'm like, green. Yeah, I like green. Let's go on green. Then I look around. The coasters are all the same color. I don't know what makes this green. No, that's to tell you that one's stronger than the other. Great. Good to know now. What the hell, right? It was sad, Craig. It's sad, if that's what we're talking about. Yes, the man lost his life, but it had nothing to do with the ride or yeah, the picture we have a picture of this too on me on Stardust. I regretted it right away. I sat down with Michaela. I started sweating. The thing is on. I already forgot how it goes, front or over the shoulder, whatever it is. And I looked around and I'm like, I want to get off. I should have asked to get off. It started rolling. I'm like, well, they're not going to. And I literally told myself, I swear, I think I said it out loud. Well, I can't ask to get off now. We're rolling. They're not stopping it for me. I closed my eyes, grabbed on for dear life, and I opened them once, and it was during the drop, and I closed it again right away. And this is what Suzanne's talking about. There is a picture of me. I am holding on for dear life. That ride couldn't end fast enough. Now, I came off that ride, not wobbly, a little light on the legs. And I even told Michaela that. I'm like, Michaela, you got to walk slow with that, just in case you got to help me out of here. But The legs were a little wobbly, like a horse getting on his legs for the first time. A little like this sucks, but okay. But it went away. Nothing I will ever do again. That is the one ride I will say I will never go do again. I'm glad I did it. I'm glad I can come on here and tell people I did it. People can make fun of me. They can agree with me. They can disagree. Whatever. I'm good with that. Nothing I would go ride again. Green is always the worst color code. Yeah, well, hey, Craig. Thanks for telling me now. Where the hell were you like 12 days ago? You, Ron, Baza, anybody else want to tell me now that green is the worst? You guys love helping me as after. I need to go check those coasters out someday. Do it once, but I'm tired right now. VelociCoaster, yes. I'd love to go do Hagrid's. I didn't get to do the one in How to Train a Dragon, but yeah, it was awful. It was awful. But I'm saving you the best for last. Suzanne's got the picture.
You have to show.
I have to show.
I want to use it as Christmas cards.
Yes, we're going to use it as Christmas cards. I don't know how well you're going to see this, but all right, I'll zoom in a little bit more. We got to make sure. That's there I am right there. There's Michaela. There's me. That is me grabbing on.
She was loving it.
Fidel. Yeah, she was loving it. Look at her hands. They're not even tight around the bar. You can see the veins coming out of my hands. Look. The veins coming out of my hands. My chest. You can tell my butt cheeks are squeezed as tight as possible. To the point that it's like I'm trying to get my breasts to pump. You know the muscles guys do that? You know? That's what I was doing there. It was awful. It was freaking awful. Don't ever ask me to do that ride again. That Stardust Racer. It was, I couldn't squeeze anything else on me that ride. Hey, I got off. We survived. It's good. I can say I did it, but never again. Never again. Hey, real quick, if you're just joining us, just a recap of the trip. I wanted to come on, talk about the great. We're only at Universal. I got a little bit of merch to show you at the end, but hey, thanks for joining us. People out of Ninja in the chat, loving every one of you. People are just ninjaing, awesome. Appreciate you guys just listening in. What's the parking store, Dave? We're gonna let me finish with the land. We'll get into. I'm gonna give you my pros and cons of Universal. I have to do that, and parking's one of them. So I saved the best for last. Dark Universe. My God, Dark Universe. It's so small. It's too bad how small it is compared to a few of the other lands. But Dark Universe was the best. Meeting Frankenstein and his bride. What an interaction with them. What a great interaction with them. I wish I had video of it. We just have photos. Just the interaction. Oh my God, it was so awesome. Ethan's not in your picture because Ethan was on. Ethan actually did ride Donkey Kong twice. Again, we let Ethan go freely. Go ride whatever you want. You know, this is where we are. But Dark Universe, to me, the greatest ride on property, is Monsters Unchained. What a different ride compared to anything else. Go Ninja, go, right? Go Ninja, go Ninja. Freaking cat licks loud. Monsters Unchained was something else. It's hard to describe. Animatronics, a lot of screens, the way the machine, the arm, because it's what it is. You're sitting in an arm, a four-seater with a hand holding you. Wow, just wow. I've never ridden anything like that. I don't think there is anything else like that. I could be wrong, but if you're a big Frankenstein fan like I am, Dracula fan, Mummy, all of that, oh my God, get on Monsters Unchained. Gregory loved it. Yeah, it was the best. I could ride that, and I rode it twice. Ethan rode it 3 times. Again, Ethan was on his own, so You're on Cuckoo, brand industrial robot moving along a track. By the way, Chris Robotics knows everything about this stuff because, well, he builds a lot of this stuff. So he knows a lot of this stuff. Go follow Craig. Follow Craig on Instagram because he's always posting like stuff they're working on. Craig, how much of your business is into Universal? Like, I know you guys, like with the Halloween stuff, I know you guys do a lot. One of the Harry Potter rides uses the same. Really does. See, I wish I knew that. Because once I saw motion something, I'm like, I ain't going on that. It was my favorite ride of any park. Dave, my favorite ride of all three parks, all Universal. You could leave me inside Monsters Universe at night when the castle's doing its thing. We did ride the roller coaster too. That made me a little nauseous, but again, that goes away. Nauseous, drink something, burp it out, it goes away. I didn't like the way it spins. And it's not like Guardian spin. The son of a nutcracker just... If you get a good roll going, it keeps rolling. And that just went... But the windmill catches fire. I didn't see that. Heather, I didn't see that. Wait a minute. Yes, I did. Yes, I did. Hold on. Yes, I did. Now that you say that, I'm like, I remember the flames. Yes, I did. But Monsters Unchained... hands down, the greatest thing I rode. Yes, more than VelociCoaster. And I know I missed a lot. But man, we supplied some of the houses with our animatronics. There you go. They outfit with the See It Fit. Yes. So Craig's animatronics are at Halloween Horror Nights. I saw that on another stream once. I'm telling you, it was... best ride. Best freaking ride out there. I'm telling you. The land in itself was just amazing. But again, it's what I know too, compared to Harry Potter and everything else. So it was just really cool. And that's that. That's that for, the park. Real quick, food-wise, we ate at Pizza Moon Pizza, Pizza Moon. We also ate at Meteor something. I had, again, there's photos out there. I had a chicken and waffle that was really good. Ethan had this massive grilled cheese. Suzanne had a burger. Suzanne's go-to is a burger. You can't go wrong with it sometimes. But Pizza Moon, hands down, probably the best thing we ate at Universal. No, it is the best thing we ate at Universal. Great pizza. We had a Caesar salad too. Really good. But the pizza was great. It'll give Via Napoli a run for its money for like the best pizza in parks in Florida. Pros and cons about going to Universal. I'm glad we went. I've told the family, all of them know. Ethan knows, Suzanne knows, Michaela too. Next time we go on a big family trip, I will take a day out of it and go to Epic. I won't go to Universal Studios. I won't go to Islands of Adventure as much as I loved VelociCoaster. I have no desire to go back again anytime soon. I can go another 19 years. Polar opposite from booking your Universal trip and love you going to the parks is brilliant. Thank you. We'll go back to Epic. I'll go back to Epic just for Dark Universe for me, and Mario for Ethan. Whatever. We'll go back to Epic. I'll take a day, and we don't need 9 days in Disney. I'll do 8 and take one and go to Epic. The other 2, I have no desire. Again, I can go another 15, 20 years and whatever. No desire to go back. I do have a couple of pros. I love how they have the freestyle machines everywhere. Buy a refillable cup. It's $24 up front. Refills all day long. You can bring the same cup back and reactivate it for $13. So let's just say we were there 3 days. Cost us $50 for a cup. I plenty of sugar-free machines everywhere. Well, machines everywhere. So and that's what I brought. McDonald's has the same. Went to McDonald's today for lunch. No, Wendy's. I'm sorry. And they have the same machines, and they had the zero sugar-free zero sugar Minute Maid peach, and that's all I drank in Universal. It was Minute Maid peach. Just kept drinking that. So to me, it's worth it. I wish Disney would do that. What was the other pro? There was another pro. Pro. Oh, pro. 90% of the rides at Universal have single rider. And that's a game changer. It really is. If the family don't want to go do something, you know, you can send Ethan, go do single rider. Yeah, the waits could be as long because, you know, for every, and I kept count. We went on, what roller coaster was it? Oh my God, what roller coaster was it? The three of us went. Michaela, Ethan, and I went. Suzanne, maybe you remember. Which roller coaster was it? And we decided to do single rider. Oh, it was the one in Monsters Universe. And I was counting for every train that went, it was an average of one single rider. So you know, you got 15 people in front of you. Think that you're gonna have 15 trains are gonna go by before you actually get on. But still, it was the werewolf, yes. But still worth it. I think Disney needs more single rider. I really do. More single rider. I wish also that, so I guess this is a con. That's the two pros, the con. I wish that, well, I was about to say it, and I can't remember now. It was about single rider. I wish they had, you know how Lightning Lane you can buy for like a single ride. I wish Universal did that. Because I would have, like for Donkey Kong, I would have loved to ridden Donkey Kong. I wasn't going to wait 75 minutes, but I would have paid $18 to ride it. I've never ridden it before. I would have paid $20 each member. I would have paid $80 for all of us to ride it once. I wish they did that, and they don't. I know Dave's asked about the parking story. So, we drove from Disney. We had a rental from budget. I have to throw that out there, from budget. Never had a problem with budget. Love budget. Had a great Wagoneer. Oh my God, this thing was the beast. So we parked both days at the garages for Studios and Islands. Drove to Epic, parked at Epic. So we got to the gate, Epic. We were pretty early. Nice guy. Well, I didn't think he was nice at the beginning. Nice guy. Looks at my vehicle. He's like, rental? Okay. Yes. From the airport? All right. Getting a little more personal. Yes. Get it from budget? I'm like, well, what the hell? Now we're getting a little, I mean, what, are you bored? I'm looking at my mirror. There's nobody behind me. I'm like, yeah, budget, yeah. Can I see your contract? I looked at him. I gave one of those laughs like, you're a freaking idiot. No. And then he literally looks, Suzanne's like looking, he looks at my wife. He's like, if you show me your contract and proof that you got it from the airport, you can park in priority for the same price as regular. And I looked at him. I said, really? I'm like, oh, hold on. I'm sorry. I'm like, I thought you were just being, you know, you had nothing else to do. And he got all serious, like, no, sir, it's what we're trained to tell. I'm like, train my ass. Excuse my language. Well, whatever. I already said it. What happened to the last 2 days? And he literally said, he's like, that's what happens when people are not trained correctly. Or doing their job correctly. Whatever he said. Suzanne knows exactly what he said. I'm like, I could have been parking closer to, you know, in priority. Or what is it priority they called it? I think it's priority. At the same price as, you know, the regular public. And it took the last day. And we were right up front at Epic. We were, there's a regular yard, land, parking. We could tell where the handicap parking was. And then it was the nice section, you know, where you pay for to park closer, like Disney has. I'm like, wait a minute, because he's like, yeah, all you have to do is just show. I'm like, hold on, get my app. There we go, my name. You have ID? My ID, it's me. No problem, sir. Here you go. Put a little tag on my thing. He's like, leave your blinkers on until you get your hazards on until you get to the guy. He'll point you a different way. I'm like, what the? Where was this 2 days ago? Could have saved me a few steps. You thought the story was going somewhere else now. But that was it. That was, but I was like, wow. Like, you're right. Train these people, Ro. Learn how to train people. But we might have to do 2 streams because we've been going 80 minutes already. Gonna be an Uber karaoke. No. That's all it was. Sorry for the disappointment. That's all it was. Actually, the question I was like, this guy's a little bored. Was he gonna hit on my wife next? One of those type things. But sorry for the disappointment. It wasn't much fun. But that was it. So, in general, listen, I know I was very negative in going to Universal. Happy we went. The Suzanne said it best many times to people that we spoke to while we were down there. The excitement alone on Ethan's face paid for it all. I'm not talking about just Mario Land. I'm talking about the first day of walking into Universal Studios. It was different. It's what he wanted to see. Like he had said, we're always in Disney. He knows that. I mean, crap. He knows Disney more better than. I hate saying it. I'm sure he knows Disney better than some of the people in this chat. He's just been that many times. He's 13 years old. That's been 18 times, something like that, 16 times. He was brought up in Disney parks, so it was different for him, and just the excitement, the awe in his eyes. Michaela's too, and Suzanne. And I guess mine, at Epic. My eyes lit up. Well, in all the Harry Potter lands, just the awe of it all. But Epic itself, all the lands, was something else. Well, thank you, G. Wilson. Yeah, I love doing the morning brews. This is like a night brew. This is not a morning brew because I have coffee mugs everywhere. Put your guesses in. How many coffee mugs did I buy? But that was that. That was Universal. That was Universal. We're gonna keep going and get through Disney. We're gonna go through Disney pretty quick. We left Epic not too early. We didn't stay till park closed. Around 8 o'clock. We left Epic and headed over to Poly, where we stood for the first time. Poly was nice. It's nice to say we stood at Poly. It was wonderful waking up. We had a great room, great view, considering it was just a regular view. It was considered a resort view. We had, look to your left in the balcony, and we saw Space Mountain, Tron, contemporary very well. We can see the bungalows, the ferries going by. It's everything I like. So, the room was nice. It's always nice to have 2 showers. Sleeps 5. I don't have nothing extravagant to say about it. I'm glad we stood. I can say, hey, I stood at Poly. It was wonderful. The music. Yes. I don't care what my sister just said. Yes, I don't know. Nobody uses my coffee mugs besides me and my wife. That's right. She thinks I have no shame admitting that. No, not one bit. Just because of that, wait until the one I give you at Christmas Day. I got one perfect for you. What was I saying? So yeah, Poly was wonderful. I wish I can be more. I don't know. I liked it more than the Grand Floridian. I did. Everyone knows that, right? That's right. My coffee, yes. You definitely ain't touching any of these. Yeah, no, it was wonderful to stay at. Would I love to go stay there again over the Grand Floridian? Yes. I don't. I feel like I'm knocking it, but I'm not. But it was really nice. It was really nice. Yeah, that's all I got to say about the Poly. real quick with the Poly, we ended up eating once at the Tambu Lounge, which, if you don't know, serves Ohana food. You don't get unlimited, but for 2 people, it cost us, and she got a drink. Well, not an alcoholic drink, but still, it was like $15. It was like $90 for the 2 of us, which is a little more than half of what it would be for one person at. You're getting a coffee mug for Christmas. Nobody's getting anything for Christmas. What are you talking about? I'm talking about the coffee mug for you to use on Christmas Day. That's what I'm talking about. Angie loves it. Angie stood one. Let's get that out there real quick. Before Angie spent one night with us at the Poly. If you watch Christmas Street. Oh no, I offered it off street. So Angie spent one night with us. She came in a day earlier. Instead of her paying for a hotel room, we had a 5th bed, so I offered it. Yes, Suzanne, explain it to her, please. So we offered her one of the beds. Just be nice. And yeah, she loved the shower. The showers were great. The nice shower. There was a tub and a shower, like you have at home. And then there was they have, well, it's just a nice glass shower. They have a movie star shower. I'm going to call it politely. I gave her a different name for it. Oh, you're very welcome, Angie. But yeah, it was nice to have 2 showers. It really was, because I don't know anything about that. And I'm going to say this because I was up, showered, and out of the room before anybody woke up any day. So it didn't matter about having 2 showers. But it came in handy for like Michaela and Ethan and Suzanne getting ready. Roomies for she was roomie for a night. But that was nice. And again, Tambu Lounge, walking around, the boats. Yeah, listen, it's great. It's a Grand Floridian. It's great. It's great. But yeah, parks real quick. Did our parks. First day, I already forgot how the days went, but we did everything. We did every park. A couple more than once. Everything was wonderful for Christmas. We ate around Festival of the Holidays. We had a lot of the booths Suzanne and I did. Suzanne's upset she didn't have not one cookie. But she did have the apple crumble at the Odyssey, and that makes up for a lot of it. That was really good. Tried a lot of things. I put a video out, go watch it. The video of just the foods. Everything was great. Yeah, but like I said, we park hopped, did the Christmas party. Christmas party was a little, I don't know if it was the funnest we've had at a Christmas party. But it definitely wasn't the worst. The worst is the one that I just didn't want to be there, and I know I ruined it for everybody. I admit to that all the time, which was like 3 years ago. This one was up there. I was in better mood. I was in good spirits. I wanted cookies. I told Suzanne this year I'm going to get cookies because we usually don't waste time. Again, Ethan rode some rides. We watched the parade. Didn't watch the fireworks, not our thing. From the party anyways, at the party. Parade's always nice. Fantastic. Met Mike and Sally. Not Mike and Sally. What's his name? Nightmare Before Christmas. What the hell's his name? And Sally. We met them. Jack and Sally. Dave Scheidel, you are totally correct. We're spoiled. I can't tell. Well, I can tell you. Because, I don't know. Can I tell him, Suzanne? I mean, I'll put it this way. Dave, what I got the Poly for, I got it for cheaper than some moderates. That's how we do it. That's the only way. Listen, we've done the beach club. Just to jump off track, we've done the beach club. We've done Wilderness Lodge. We've done the Grand Floridian. We've done Saratoga. A lot of DVC resorts. I've never paid more than what I would for a moderate through Disney. I don't want to say we have connections, but we have people, friends that own DVC and don't charge us a nominal egg. But if you're renting through Disney, yes, I mean $800 a night for what we had, so which is just a hotel room. So yeah, it is harder to enjoy, but Dave, yeah, I'm not kidding you. You would pass out if I told you what we paid for Polly. You would. But it's always a big one, right? Very nice. It is. I mean, again, spoiled, lucky, however you want to put it. But, we have friends that own and, offer us at a very nice price that helps us be able to do what we do. Hatbox Ghost, what's up? What's going on, Jerry? But, yeah, Polly was nice. The parks, again, like I said, did the party. That was nice. Yeah, grabbed a lot of cookies to the point I think I still have 2 or 3 on the counter, but they're all the gingerbread ones. Didn't like them. Funny story, and I find it funny. Suzanne found it funny. About 6 people in line found it really funny. So, over in Circus Land at the train station, they were handing out not cookies. They were handing out snowman-shaped pretzels. Yes, folks. The cookie stroll had pretzels. Matt's back. But yeah, it's $800 for a DVC room. And I'm not talking about renting DVC. I'm saying that room is about $800 a night. With the balcony and everything. It is raw. It's crazy. But pretzels. Suzanne's got a picture. It's on my Facebook out there. Maybe it is. It's on the food video. Pretzel. I keep saying pretzel for a reason. So Suzanne and I went and ride Peter Pan. We were riding some rides. Ethan was on his own again for a little bit after we watched the parade together or before the parade. We let him go and ride some rides. He went on Tron, I think, whatever it was. Michaela was on her merry way as well, doing things. Suzanne and I were by ourselves walking around. We did about 4 or 5 rides just to do some rides. So we're on Peter Pan, and again, I will interact with anybody. I will start a conversation. I will join conversations. Karen, hello. Did a cat? You did a cat? Did I a cat? Like, my cat's right here sleeping. I don't know what we're talking about cats, but did a cat. We're in line for Peter Pan, and again, I will join conversations, whatever. And there was a family with a little kid talking about what they were doing. And there was another girl, like right behind us, talking about she's trying to find a certain cookie. So I turned around. Him and Michaela love to talk to people. Yes. Oh my God. I heard about Michaela. So I turned around and be like, it's... Sorry, just got distracted real quick. So I turned around and says, well, that cookie is over in so-and-so. The cookie she wanted was in the what's the thing I don't like drinking? Eggnog. Was at Gaston's. And I'm like, yeah, it's over there. And then I looked to the guy behind her. I says, and if you keep going, Circus has a pretzel you will love and mustard. And she's like, you had to see the face, and I'm going to try to, like, pretzel? No, they hand out cookies. It's a pretzel. It's a cookie stroll. They hand out cookies. Cookies, hot chocolate, and eggnog. I looked at Suzanne, and all of a sudden, the Portuguese Carlos, Fall River Carlos, the mass hole, really wanted to come out of me, and I'm like, they are handing out pretzels. Pretzel? Pretzels. Not cookies? By this time, I'm grabbing anything possible in my hand. I'm whipping at this girl, I swear to God. And she's got the map out. No, but it's cookies. I did that. I finally rolled my eyes. And this is what made me laugh. And Suzanne started laughing out loud. The people in front of us, the guy is listening. He's like I would. Is listening. He turns around. And a really good pretzel, too. And just turned around and walked away. I'm like, we're all trying to freaking tell you it's a pretzel. It took me a second. I have my bag. Suzanne's carrying a bag. We're putting everything in there. Like a Disney store bag. I pulled one out. I passed her and I says, I gave, I didn't, well, I told the lady that was with the husband and the kid, I said, look, it is a real good pretzel. Feel it, it's still warm. And she's looking at the girl like with a face like, I opened it up. I said, look, it's a pretzel, the mustard pretzel. It's not a cookie. Oh, where is that? I'm like, mother of God. We've been freaking trying to tell you for like the longest time. Oh, but she was so, it was one of those things where it's like, I might come off like this sometimes, I guess, and that's fine. It's not, well, it's fine, but it's not fine. But I've been to Disney enough. So sometimes when I talk about Disney to certain people, it's because I do know. I hate the people that try to talk like they've been to Disney a million times, and I guarantee it was your first trip, or at least your first Christmas party. Don't tell me that I don't have pretzels in my bag when I have pretzels in my bag. There's my son. There's real New England. The office. Oh my God, it was just insane. The back and forth, like, but when the guy in front of Suzanne turned around and just freaking came out and says, and it's a really good pretzel too. And then I didn't see him ever again. I don't even know, because I didn't even see his face. I don't know where the voice came from. But it was like, he was so sick of hearing her too. It was a really good pretzel. It really was. Oh my God, it was like, forget it. I'm done talking to you guys. I'm done. I'm turning around, just walking away. This is why Suzanne sometimes says, don't talk to everybody. Just mind your business. But I like to waste time in line. My own wife don't talk to me sometimes, so it's like, I gotta pass some time. You know, I'll talk to anybody. We're talking Disney. There was a lovely, actually, that's how far the guy in front of us was that said the good pretzel. Because I remember now in front of us was a mother-daughter that were dressed the same. And a very, well, not older. She was much older than me. The daughter might have been our age, but dressed the same, sweater, everything, besides the ears and the hats. But lovely couple, mother-daughter, that we were having a conversation with as well. But man, she just, whew, yeah, it was one of those, Brando Harley, vou conhecer o frio. You're going to know the cold? I mean, translation that into English is... Look at my glasses. I'll make sure I'm reading it. Yeah. Vou conhecer o frio. Okay, he's gonna learn the cold. He's gonna meet the cold. He's gonna know the cold. Yeah, I'm pretty sure I'm reading that correctly, Tina. Yeah, thank you. That's one thing Mom did teach you and I pretty well, is learn how to read and speak Portuguese. But yeah, no, that was just insane at the party. But it was a great night. We had a lot of cookies, a lot of fun. And again, park hop. I'm gonna throw a couple of negatives, but this is just my take on this trip. I wish I said this on a morning brew or on another stream. There's things I wish we did that we didn't, and there's things we did I wish we didn't do. And I know that comes off like I'm knocking people or knocking things. I'm not. It's just we've always Disneyed different. In this trip, I felt like we were always go, 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 and Universal did that. To the point that we only had so many days at Disney that we had no choice than to go, 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 to try to do everything I kind of wanted to do. That being said, we hung out with a lot of friends. We saw a lot of people. We had just 3 sit-downs, believe it or not. We canceled a couple. But like there in Disney, I canceled Tusker House. Didn't even bother going. We ended up eating at Beaches and Cream, actually. We ended up eating there instead. Saved a lot of money that way. I just wasn't into big meals after eating at 1900 Park Fair for Thanksgiving. I don't know. I just wish we did it as we done in trips past, which was just slow it down, take more of it in, And we weren't there. I'm not there for the rides anymore. Like I said, if I go for my anniversary with Suzanne, we're not even doing a park. And if we do, it'll be Epcot because it's flower and garden time and maybe a good concert's going. Not for rides. We're not going for rides. So that being said, but we did miss a lot of rides. I didn't ride Tron once. I didn't ride Guardian once. I didn't go into Land for the Christmas decorations. Didn't ride. Didn't even go into what do you call that? I'm just in Epcot. We didn't go into like Nemo and Friends and all of that. We didn't go to that pavilion. I didn't even walk into Mexico. We didn't even go into Mexico, like inside. Didn't do. There is a lot we didn't do. The seas. Thank you, Heather. There's a lot we didn't do. There is a lot. Now, I'm not disappointed, but you look back now and like, wow, I didn't do any of that. Magic Kingdom, whatever, Hollywood Studios, all those rides. Like, I wanted to go do Aerosmith one last time. I didn't go because we have a closing date for that. Tower Terror can care less. Didn't do Slinky. Did Toy Story Mania with Angie. We were Angie's first walking into Toy Story Land. I rode not Guardians. I rode Rise, single rider on stream, but there was a lot we didn't do. Now, I don't mean I wish we did it all or most of it. I don't. But I felt like there was a reason why. And I can't even tell you why. But there's got to be a reason why we just didn't do that much. Like, everything was just go. I don't know. I felt rushed, and I hated that. I felt rushed. I hated it. Hollywood Studios. I didn't get to hang out at Hollywood Studios that night. I blame myself for all of this, too. I want to make sure that's clear. I do blame myself for all of this. Everybody was at Disney Springs, and we had plans to go meet there for the M80s, and that's what we did, but I'm not going to lie. Leaving Hollywood, I'm like, I felt down. Like, I don't know. Like, I didn't get enough of just to sit down at Hollywood Studios and take all that in, because that's what I love. Just sit there, the Christmas lights, the Tower of Terror show going on, the Christmas ones. Go sit by. We didn't go sit by the tree. I don't know. It was like we left to go hang out at Springs. Saw everybody there. I tried to go back another day, but we're all at Epcot. Ethan was having fun. Suzanne and I were just hanging out at Epcot. I don't know. I felt rushed. There's always critiquing after stream. Yes. Yes. Angie, so we were Angie's first, but commentary overall. A little bit. I just saw what Roblo said. We have a cute picture of Angie and Ethan on that ride, but I don't know. It was just another thing we have. It was hers and Dad Bill's first time inside the laugh floor. Chris was picked. Go watch the video. And I'm not asking you to go watch the video because I need views on it and give two craps. Go watch it. You all love Chris. Chris was picked to be Sully in the laugh floor. Suzanne and I were picked, but it wasn't caught on video, just on picture. If you've watched the laugh floor on stream or in person, when the nephew comes out to do his kids' jokes, he asked the kid he was interacting with, how do you know, I love hot dogs. Do you love hot dogs? You know what I love on my hot dog? And then he says ketchup and mustard, and it's Suzanne and I on the screen because she had a red shirt on. I had a yellowish orange shirt on. So it was cute, but I knew Chris was going to get picked. I knew it. I called it. You can ask Angie. She's here. I called it. Chris is going to get picked. There's a lot of things I called. kitchen sink too. So we put Chris on the. I'm like, put Chris on the end. Chris is gonna get picked, and he was, and it was just a fun experience. Yeah, Jonathan, it's the last video. It went out this morning. Video went out this morning. It's really quick. It's like a minute and a half. It's not even a short. It's just a video of the interaction during Laugh Floor. But I don't know. Like I said, there's things we did I wish we didn't. And I don't mean that in a negative way. I just mean the way I did things this trip. And there's things we didn't that I wish we did. So, yeah, besides that, I don't think I'll miss anything else. Like, there were streams, fun streams. It's always nice when you're streaming in Disney. Picked up some subscribers, whatever, if they come back. I've seen a couple of new faces. I don't know if they're because of that stream, but again, it's the algorithm. You're in Disney. If YouTube reads it, they'll throw 150, 250 people in there. You're streaming from home, you get 50. So they subscribe. I can agree and disagree with Jeff on a lot of things, and that's the main thing I can always agree with him on. Subscriptions and view counts mean crap. Because they can all be bought, they can all be fixed, and it's this. It's proof. This is proof. Well, this is proof. There's a lot of proof, but this is what I'm saying. I can fly down to Disney, be there tomorrow. I'll have 200 people watching. You come back home, and it's just, it is what it is. But it was fun. I think the last stream we did was from the beach, watching the fireworks. That was fun. It was a lot of fun. Don't get me wrong. The whole trip was fun. So my mind works, and I'm very open about it and everything. So when I say things like, wish we did things differently. Got to run. Sorry to leave. No problem, Tennessee Bear. Tim, have a good night, buddy. Yeah, I don't know. It is what it is. But that was it. That was it for that. I'm going to show you a little bit of merch, and we're going to get going. How long have we been going? Jesus, 107 minutes, man. Hour and a half already. We didn't buy much. We really didn't buy much. There wasn't much to buy. I said that from day one. To go down and buy stuff, there really wasn't much to buy. We bought one Christmas pin because it was the Christmas party. Had to buy it. So we bought that. Suzanne didn't even know. I mean, I just took off and went and bought that. We're going to save the best for last. Get your guesses in. I know you guys have seen this on stream. This is the candy. This is the candy box. It is the Disney trash can. I heard a rumor that every park is going to have one. Different style. So, this is the one from Magic Kingdom. Big con about this. You can't buy it unless you buy candy. It's not anywhere to buy there. You got to go in the confectionery. You got to buy at least a half a pound of candy. Half a pound of candy is $8. And then you can get this for 15. I think I call that BS. Sell it to me. You're going to charge me $25 anyways. Knowing me, I'd pay $25 for it. Okay? So, but I know it's making a lot of noise. But this is the candy one. I don't know how it opens. This way or this way? Okay, I'm not going to break this, but it does open. So you can put your candy inside. I think it's this way. All right, whatever. You all know how I love trash cans. So we bought that. Suzanne got all excited because I was looking for it, couldn't find it. She found the big one, the cookie jar. I thought you weren't going to get it. I wasn't, Cynthia, but you know me. I wasn't going to get it until the last day we were there, and I'm like, well, I got to go get it. So, bought the cookie. Making sure there's nothing in it. Bought it's plastic. Oh, it is plastic, but I don't know if it's a cookie jar. Put your sugar in here, flour. I don't know. Not salt. That's a lot of salt. But that, and I get confused. Does this go this way or this way? Is it this way? Gotta clean this. I pulled this sticker off of here, so I gotta clean it. But this is really cute. So this will be out in the kitchen somewhere. So she found the big one. Ethan bought a couple of plush. There's one right there. Mario. You guys gave him PayPal's while we were at Universal. So he bought the Mario. And Donkey Kong, you can see his arm is right under the pillow. I'm not going to get... I don't know why he wanted this. I know why he wanted this, and I don't mind doing it on stream. I know Suzanne's like cringing right now. But we were walking around. I think you caught it on stream. We were walking around... what do you call it? Disney Springs at World of Disney, and he comes walking up to his sister, and she said something to him, and he went. So I think that's the only reason why he wanted it, to peck his sister off. But you know, he had some money to spend. It wasn't our money, so I know I just did it again. So he bought, and it does have the stones. The stones are put away. This is the Christmas party bucket. It lights up. Meep meep. It does light up. Some of the jewels on both sides. Not the jewels, the lights. I don't believe it plays music. Unless I'm missing a button. It doesn't play music. But it is a push toy. So you can see the wheel spin. Ready? I can pull on them. You know the old pull toys? You pull them back and let it go. It actually does move. So here's, you know, the only popcorn bucket we bought. I didn't care about any. I did like the other ones, but I just couldn't justify. I didn't want to buy any more. I did not want to buy any more buckets. I really didn't. But this one, we love the red truck, Christmas red truck, so we might display him somewhere for Christmas. I'll take the strap off, put the strap away. And of course, you gotta love the question, would you like the popcorn in it or out? Don't ever think of putting it in. Do not dirty my bucket. Do not dirty my bucket. Oh, man. I need someone to go to the party for, right, Cynthia? But yeah. Then, of course, we all know Carlos's favorite thing is coffee mugs. So Carlos bought some coffee mugs. I'm already taking tags off of the inside because we're going to start using these mugs this weekend. I'm going to show you this one. This one wasn't bought by me. This has been sitting in Florida now for about 7 months, 8 months, maybe more. Maybe more. So Theme Park Baza, Barry and Maxine, they went to Tokyo Disney. And I asked them for a favor. I says, well, you know me, I'd love to. I'll never go. So, how many this round? Jonathan, I've asked you guys. Put in your guess. Hasuni something. Hi there. Happy holidays. Hasuni. Hassan. Is that Hassan? Is there an I there? No. Something gamer. Hassan gamer. Hello. All of them. Pretty close, Nick. No, not this time. So he brought me this one. It says Tokyo Disney on it. Tokyo Disney Resort. Really cute. Nice blue inside. So this has been in his house for like 9. I'm telling you, like, when did he go to Tokyo Disney? A long time ago. Long. House next to Jeff's new one is my the house. Talking about coffee mugs. All right. I see some guesses in there. I see one of you are right so far. One of you are right. I will start with this one. I don't know why I bought this one. I meant to buy the other one. Even then, Suzanne's probably going to question, why'd you buy this one? This one's old already. I've seen this one around, but I bought this Animal Kingdom one. It's not the Animal Kingdom Lodge, Animal Kingdom one that I meant to buy. It's not even the Animal Kingdom Lodge one that I should have bought. I didn't, but I bought this one. I still find this cute. It's a nice color. It's got, it's got all the animals on it from Lion King. Actually, that's what it is. It's a Lion King mug. I just realized that this is a Lion King mug. This has nothing to do with Animal Kingdom. It's a Lion King mug. You do question a lot of things. I know. Heather, I should have went and get it. Heather, I should have went to get it. I so kicking myself, and I started getting nervous, Heather. if anyone doesn't know, and I didn't touch on that either, so but we'll touch on it at the end. But let's pause for a second. We got to meet a lot. We got to meet a lot of friends that we have met before, and we got to meet Heather, Gregory, Greg, and Jacob for the first time in person. If you ever get to meet them, Gregory's a hugger, as I am. If you've seen photos, and I've posted photos, you've seen photos of Gregory. Gregory's about 3'9". All right, maybe 5'1". Okay, maybe 4'8". Whatever. But the man is strong, and I call him a man because he's not a kid. I shouldn't call him a kid anymore. I know I'm older, but he's not a kid. He's Heather's kid. 4'8". Look, I nailed it. Third time, but I nailed it. He's not a kid. Gregory just turned 34 years old yesterday. Correct, Mike, right? Gregory is a strong man. Gregory's a man. He's 34 years old. Gregory is a man. He looks like he's 12, except for the goatee. But then again, Ethan's got one too. So you're not wrong. He does. He looks like Gregory. We'll put it that way. He looks like Gregory, but he is 34 years old. But he's got arms. He's got arms about as thick as the handle. Oh, I just showed this one. Damn it! He's got arms as thick as the handle on the mug. But boy, does he have some freaking grip and strength. Oh my God! I was thinking like I went gentle. I'm like, hey Gregory, and he grabbed on. I'm like, mother of God, what is this kid doing to me? I was waiting for a body slam, not a suplex. I was ready to go for. And I know he's listening, so Gregory, no suplexes. Give one to Jacob for me. I call him a kid. He looks like he's tall. I know, but he's not. I mean, we're just all being honest. He's not. He's your kid, so you can, But I do call him kids too. But no, it was a long time coming to finally meet Heather and the family in person. I met Dean in person. Dean, the live place, for the first time. Angie for the first time, and like I said, she shared a room with us. Chris we had met before, but it was always nice to see Chris. I'm just trying to think, first timers. I think that was it for first timers. I know Susanna correct me. I don't. Yeah, no suplexes, Gregory. But again, like I said, Dawn, yes. Oh, Dawn, cute story about Dawn. I know. Well, again, like I said, who's in a hurry to go to bed? Ethan, Suzanne, and Michaela have been doing mother-daughter breakfast for a long time. I decided this time that, you know what, I'm going to go. I want to eat something good too. I want to eat something good. So I told Ethan, I said, get up, we're going somewhere. We ended up going to Steakhouse 71. I sat down. Ethan's in front of me, and we had already ordered drinks, coffee and juice and milk. And I'm looking at my phone, just scrolling, whatever. And I hit, hello, Carlos. And I was like, what the? I looked over, I picked up slowly. I'm like, hi. And it took me a minute. I stared at her for a little bit. I'm like, hi. And I heard the accent. I'm like, holy crap, it's Dawn. It's Dawn from the Hitchhiking Bones. She had just happened to get the table by herself on the side of me, so I asked her to join us. So she had breakfast with Ethan and I. But that's right, we met Dawn too. It was a pleasure meeting her. We had a nice conversation, shared breakfast. But that was it. Everybody else we've met before. They did, yes. It's not hard to become best friends with Gregory, but let's be honest, Heather. Jacob. It was a pleasure meeting your son, Jacob. Very, very polite. Very. I'm awful with words, but you know what I'm trying to say. It was great meeting him. And your husband Greg said some words to me at Animal Kingdom that hit me here. I hear it from some people. Couple, not many. But I hate calling Greg a stranger, but let's be honest. I don't know if he's listening or watches any time that you do, but we all know you know you're my, you know, you're always in chat, you're always listening. I don't know who else is listening along with anybody else. Anyway, like Matt can have somebody over right now all the time. Listen, I don't know. So just being a few hours with Greg and having him say some very kind words meant a lot. So your whole family, yeah, your guys should make you proud. Yeah, they definitely do. The boys and yeah, and your husband, Greg. It was nice talking with Greg a lot. It was fun. It was definitely an honor to finally meet you guys in person. So that being said, I'm not knocking anybody else. But Jennifer Caruso, hey Jen. Let's finish the mugs so we can end the stream because I'm starting to get hot in this room. The screen blaring off at me. So because I picked this one up and you kind of saw it, had to get the Christmas party mug. Love this Christmas party mug. Mickey's Very Merry Christmas Party. It doesn't have the year, does it? Yeah, it does. 2025, right there. Really cute. Couple of Christmas presents in the back. And there is stuff on the inside. That's why I was trying to get that tag off. I got it off the other ones. Suzanne might have to get this one. I don't have nails. No, ain't gonna work. But as you can see inside, all around the cup, there is, looks like the park. It is the park. It's Main Street in the castle. That is really cool. Love this mug. Love all my mugs, but this one I had to get. Suzanne was in line for the popcorn bucket. I'm like, I'm gonna run real quick to where they sell. I already forgot where it is, over at Tomorrowland, and I bought this and this together. So that one, inside too. Yeah, I love when they do that, Jonathan. The inside of the mugs. So, all right, that's 2, 3 technically. This one just caught my eye. I've never seen this one besides in person while we were there. It's like not a storybook, like poster, movie poster mug, and it's not just stickers. You know what I'm saying? There's little indentions here. I love that. So it's got, you know, little movie posters, right? So, you know, I just fell in love with it. I'm like, I need this mug. I had no intentions. Disregard the nails. Suzanne hates when I show my fingers. Disregard the nails. I bite my nails. Hey, it is what it is. Yeah, it's got a whole bunch of posters. Love it. Love the size of it. Nice heavy mug. You're inclined to make your own mugs. Could be. Make my own Disney mugs. Never saw that one. Jeanette, where did I find this? At the World of Disney. We were just at the World of Disney. And I'm like, oh my God, I want this mug. So many I could have chose from. I went with this one. But this one's really cool. This one, I went back and forth on. I actually told Suzanne, I'm like, Suzanne, before we left, I'm like, did you see that new mug that just came out? I'm not a fan. But because where the mug is, you'd almost, I'll put it out there, you almost think I'm German. You'd almost, the way I buy stuff in Germany, you would almost think I'm German. Okay? It's the ornament. Not that big, Matt. What's Matt? A soup mug. No, it's really not, Matt. No. Maybe a small clam chowder, I guess, but no, it's not. But I do like these wide mugs. This mug's as wide as the Starbucks ones. You know the Starbucks that come in a box, that all different, you know. But it was a safari mug with many animals on it that I wanted, but it sort of blurry, so I passed. Which one was that one? I almost bought was the other Animal Kingdom one, but the reason I didn't, there was an Animal Kingdom one, right? Now that I see this as Lion King, I don't have a Lion King mug, so now I'm kind of glad I bought it, but I regretted it after I bought it. Like, it's not, I passed on the new Animal Kingdom mug because it was Mickey head, right, with animals on it. And it was this color or brownish, but I'm like, you know what? I have the same mug, but in white. I already have the white ones. I'm like, I'm passing on it. But I have German, Austrian family, but not by blood. So you can't do it. Thank you. No, it's just the way I buy everything in Germany. It's my favorite pavilion. Love eating at beer garden. Whatever it is. So this new mug came out the week before we went down. It's the new Mickey Germany pavilion mug. I love this part. I have nothing against flowers. I don't mind flowers. I don't like the handle. I don't like the flowers on the handle. I don't like how Minnie back here is very flowery. So I liked it enough to buy it, but I don't love it. Does that make sense? Like, I have German mugs from Germany Pavilion in there that I really love. I don't love it, but I really like it. This picture right, it's like you almost have to always drink like this. Hide the flowers, right? Let me see if I can show you this. Hide the flowers, right? And just always sip this way, so you're always looking at them. I don't know, I'm joking, but yeah, there's this one. And I love how a lot of the new mugs, I've been seeing this more and more. Granted, none of these have it, but a lot of the new mugs have the Mickey cutout on the bottom. Yeah, there is a fine line. Like I have, Tina, you got to get yourself to Disney. I'm telling you right now, there's a lot of stuff you would like down there. So I know people were guessing. So the correct number is 5. I know I've shown 4 plus the one from Tokyo. I saved the best for last. I wish I had something else to drink. Ethan's old water. You think this water's still good? No, I won't give any of them up. No. You kidding me? No. Nope, won't even sell a mug. Won't sell a mug. So I saved this one for last. I went on a track purposely to go get this mug. And I'm looking at this thing. And I laugh all the time. But there's a reason why I'm laughing. There's a reason, and I'll show you in a second. So I purposely went and get this mug. I had to go to a different resort. Ethan's backwash. That's all right. I don't know why I'm hesitant. I'm not hesitant to show you. So I'm trying to. So in the words of Crocodile Dundee, that's not a mug. This is a mug. Look at the size of this. This mug is the size of my head, people. Herschelini, welcome in. That's not a knife. This is a knife. That's not a mug. This is a mug. Look. Ray and Maggie, hello, Ray Mazur. Welcome in. I'm starting to say it correctly. Ray Mazur, welcome in. That's not a mug. What was I saying? Oh my God. Yeah. It's not a Stein. It's a coffee mug. It's a coffee mug. Folks, Jeanette, it's a coffee mug. It's from Wilderness Lodge. It's got the totem pole, which I have like 3 versions of it alone. So once I saw this mug on Jeff's stream, I swear I thought it was a mug. I broke down and added a mug this trip. A mug this trip? Ray, we just added 5. We added 5. That was it. I could have added more. I really could have. I started getting concerned with the packing to bring home. Dream of Deborah, welcome in. We were concerned with packing to bring stuff home. Okay? This is insane of a mug. It's literally, look. Let me see, without breaking mugs. Yes. It's the size of 2 of them put together. Okay? I didn't care. I love this mug. It was the most expensive mug I've ever bought. Which is still, it's in the 20s. I don't give a crap, I'll tell you. It's $27. I can't wait to drink out of this. The problem is, you can't hang it on the mug tree that Suzanne has, right? You can't hang it on the branches. So this needs to go in its separate little, it's a vase. Yeah, it's a vase. Don't think about it. What are you talking about, Willis? Monorail mug. Oh, which one? Right, there's two of them now. Well, no, there is one. You're the monorail mug with all the, we have it with all the monorails going around it. I'm thinking the contemporary. The contemporary mug, the last year's and this year's, has the monorail on the handle. But the monorail mug, which is back in stock, we have one. Love it. I'm not recognizing that name, but an extra large, that's what I drink. I drink extra large Dunkin'. That's all I drink. I get mad at my wife when she accidentally orders a large. But Fanatical Jim. Welcome in, Fanatical Jim. Don't recognize the name. If you're new here, welcome. Thank you. Appreciate it. But good job on the Dunkin'. Damn right, extra large Dunkin'. Yeah, I can't put my great one. I wouldn't even take the lid. Oh my God. We're going to try this tomorrow. I am going to get my Dunkin' Great One, take the lid off, and just slide the cup in here. And just drink my Dunkin'. Right out, right? It might work. Okay. It's like the black hole. Hello? Very loud. I had to have this thing. I purposely went to Wilderness Lodge. The boat was packed. Oh my God. And everybody's like, oh, can't wait to see the tree. Oh my God. I've seen that tree. Wonderful tree. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going there to, I'm not going there for the tree. I'm going there to get a stupid coffee mug, folks. That's what I was going there for. Ethan didn't even go. Ethan stood at, eating at the resort or something. Oh. It would stay warm. Yes, double cup. No, yeah, because Jeanette, you guys were, I know you all headed that way too after breakfast, doing your resort hopping. We got back to Poly after breakfast, jumped on a boat real quick to Magic Kingdom, from Magic Kingdom over to Wilderness Lodge, grabbed the cup and came back. And yeah, the boats were insane. But Fanatical Jim, welcome in. Appreciate it. But that's it. That is it. I'm sure I missed stuff. Maybe stuff I wanted to talk about. Maybe I didn't. Maybe I overspoke. What do you call it? Oh, there is one more thing. And you still have one more thing, merch coming up. Yeah, I just remembered. And I heard you walking. Suzanne's getting one last thing. One last thing. I swear, one last thing. We're going. One last thing. Are you getting it? I hear footsteps. She's still typing. Are you getting it? Hello? Are you getting it? It's in the bedroom. No? Joseph Cordillo, welcome in. I want to show you one last piece. I don't know if anybody's getting it for me. Bear with me. Where's your mother? Okay, one last piece. One last thing to show you. So, you guys heard me talking about, wow, am I that delayed on the TV? Yeah, I guess so. She's laying on the bed. She wasn't moving. So, ever since 2 Festival of the Arts ago, I've been dying to buy something Greg McCullough. If you don't know Greg McCullough's work, he's the one that hides all the hidden Mickeys in all his pieces. And when I saw this one, I had to have it. So I was in contact with Greg or his wife because they were there when we arrived but I didn't get to go meet him. I didn't buy this until the very last day. We were in the parks. You actually, if you were watching the live stream, you saw me buy it on live stream. Because I was back and forth. Do I want to spend the money? And then I realized that a couple of people actually sent PayPals for my birthday while I was down there. And I hadn't really, besides buying all the mugs, I hadn't really bought myself something. And I really wanted this. And Suzanne knew it. So I went and buy this Greg McCullough Sunset Lagoon piece, which is all the Epcot pavilions. I don't know if you can actually see this. Am I showing this? I guess. This is right here. So that right there, it's canvas wrapped. It is, this one is the 24 by 12, I believe. He has a larger piece. And he's got the original art as well. I bought wrapped canvas. I love wrapped canvas. Suzanne was going through it before trying to find all the hidden Mickeys. There's a lot of them. There's no way you're going to find them. And not only hidden Mickeys, it's all characters too. Like just out of the blue, let's see if I can point. Right here, I found Olaf. Middle finger, I know it's got the middle finger. Olaf is sitting right there. So this hidden, I almost put this on top of Kylo. There's hidden characters all over the place. A few of his prints. Yeah, I don't like print. Nothing against prints. I just don't like prints. I don't like displaying them. So I had to buy, I wanted a print that was at Animal Kingdom in November, but I didn't have room for it. And that's awful. That's buy it when you see it. That was the other reason. Well, not the other reason, but Jeff Snook, what's going on? Yeah, that fit in the luggage. They wanted $75 to ship that home. I said, screw it. I'll find a way to get it home. There is more merch. Well, no, it's actually not. It's actually, never mind. Disregard what I was about to say. There's still some stuff in Florida. Murph's bringing stuff home for us. We didn't have room. We just didn't have room. So Murph's driving it up for us. We'll meet up with Murph. But yeah, but no, I had to get that. So we gotta hang that up too before family comes over. I want to hang it up before hosting Christmas Day. But that's it, folks. 8:02. I only have 10 stops tomorrow, but man, I'm usually in bed by now. That's that. Like I said, I think we touched on everything. Big shout out to everybody that came in and watched. All the non-ninjas, people that came out. Yes, Murph's Mule Service. Yes, it's not the first time. It's really not. It really wasn't. I had to contact. I told Murph. I joked around with Tammy about I might need you, and she's like, yeah, no problem. And then Murph came up to us during breakfast at Boma, and I know we didn't touch on places we ate, but we ate. We'd be here all night if I kept talking. But Murph came out. He's like, how much do you have? I'm like, well, I don't know. I haven't packed yet. So we waited to pack, and we tried like hell to fit everything. We really did. We just couldn't. They just couldn't fit it. So I'm like, you know what? I needed a mule. So I contacted my mule. I was actually out and about streaming, and he met Suzanne in the lobby. And took our stuff. So we'll see it in a few days. Next week he's coming up. So what was the best thing you ate? Jeff Snook, best thing I ate. Universal Moon Pizza Moon. The Pizza Moon place at Epic Universe is a must try. I mean, it's really, really, I mean, it gives Via Napoli a run for its money. In Disney, I don't know. We stuck to a lot of the same things. We canceled Tusker House. 1900 Park Fair was great. I overate, made myself sick, like literally. Tried Wailulu. It was okay. Nothing extravagant, nothing I would go running back to. So I guess all trip, that, you know what? It's crazy to say, probably the best thing I ate I mean, Boma breakfast is always great, but if you haven't been to Epic yet and tried Moon Pizza, Pizza Moon, go try it. Pizza Moon was worth it. Actually, no, the best thing I ate at Disney was Tambu Lounge. I think Suzanne and I are going to hit Tambu Lounge more often because you get everything but the beef and the chicken. You can get at Tambu Lounge. So you can order, which we did. We ordered one of everything. We ordered the noodles, the shrimp. No, we didn't get the shrimp. We ordered the noodles, the wings, the pot stickers. I ordered a sushi tree, and we got the dessert for $90 total before tip. So what I gave the guy $20. Real nice guy, great waiter, a lot of fun. Adam. So $110, which is still cheaper than what it would be for both of us to eat there because it's up to what, 62. So 124 plus tip, so 150. You know, I still saved $50, and we ate enough. We ate enough. I mean, shoot, I could have ordered another pot sticker for another $14. It wouldn't be. It'd still be. I think Tambu Lounge is definitely. Oh yeah, we ate at Steakhouse 71 for the first time for dinner. Dinner at Steakhouse 71 for the first time. For dinner. We've had lunch many times, and while we had Steakhouse 71, I did 3 times. No, I didn't. We didn't have lunch. I had it for breakfast. So we've had all 3 meals. It was good. It was good. I had the New York strip because I wasn't going to order a filet. I had a 10-ounce strip. It was cooked perfect, the way I like it. I had potatoes au gratin, and they were good. And it wasn't as pricey as I thought it would be. Like my steak was $38, which for Disney is not bad at all. Yeah, we got sushi too. I ordered sushi at Tambu Lounge. I don't know. I've been on a sushi kick. I've been on a shrimp or crab roll kick for a little bit now. So, yeah, Suzanne had a 6-ounce. It was good. I don't know. I don't know if she's there. We didn't see her, Matt. It was good. It was good. Would I go back for dinner? I would, because now that I know it really isn't that pricey, I think we could have even we weren't that hungry, so we wouldn't have gotten the dessert. But, and again, because my sister's in here, she hasn't been in so long. But, but my son's in here, or he wasn't here, and he's been twice now in the last 2 years, so he knows it's pricey to eat at Disney. So to eat 2 of us at a steakhouse, for it was around $100 before tip, $90. I spent the same at Tambu Lounge, to be honest with you. We'd go back. I think it was worth it. I just don't like that the menu is pretty small. I mean, I know it's a steakhouse, and just whatever. But Jeff, the honest answer, I'm going to say, because I love Ohana food. So Tambu Lounge, great place, great atmosphere, great views, and Moon Pizza, Pizza Moon at Universal was the best. Definitely. Wailulu was all right. I mean, I'd go back again because I even offered for Suzanne and I to go back out last night just by ourselves, but I don't know. It was all right. It was all right. Always wondered where Steakhouse 171. Yeah. Besides that, I am going to cut this stream off. We're done. Again, a big shout out to everybody that watched. Everybody that watched all the live streams and morning brews and all the good fun. Upcoming live streams, I have nothing planned besides, I think it's already out there. I do have it out there. I'm going to make, Christmas prep. We're going to make Mom's stuffing again on stream, even though you can go back and watch the last 2 years. Last year without Mom, and then 2 years ago, Mom was still with us. I might make a dessert too that Mom did that first year on stream. If Jersey Mike's listening, we're going to try to make Carlos's balls. Yes, that's what, my mother used to call it Polynesian college, which is Carlos's balls. Because I used to just Love eating those things. So I'm going to try to make those again. I didn't make them last year. My mother-in-law makes a better pineapple cake than what I do, so we'll let her make that if she wants to. If not, we have a crap. The group, the family group text, blew up the other day, but it was all desserts. Everybody wants to make desserts or bring desserts. Carlos is doing all the cooking. Nobody's bringing food. We're just going to eat cake. That's what we're eating for Christmas, cake. Yeah, but that'll be like the week of Christmas. I don't know. So next week, maybe we'll do something. If not, I'm sure we'll see you live with Chris. Thank you for those super chats. You guys are awesome. Heather and Jason, thank you for that. And besides that, go enjoy your Friday tomorrow. Hopefully you'll have, a good work day, and the weekend is almost here. What am I doing? I'm on my phone. I can't end it on the computer. Besides that, bye everyone. Nothing pretty to leave you with besides this big guy right here. We'll leave you with this. That big guy. Bye everyone.